In this video tutorial, we're making this texture beanie because we can all use another beanie. Make it for yourself, your friends. It's a fun project and the results look great. You're going to need 2 yarns. Pick 2 complementary colors or contrasting, whatever you like. I'm using gold and pumpkin because they seem to work nice together. Now you're going to need 100% acrylic yarn. The one that I'm using here, this is the Bernard, and if you look, it always tells you the right size of hook to use, and a size 6.5 millimeter hook. Measure around your head. So let's start by making a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, give yourself a bit of a tail, wrap it around your 2 fingers, cross it in the back, and then just feed it through the loop. Creates a little space there where you can insert your crochet hook. Remove your fingers and pull. Okay, so now we have to make the chain. So from the measurement that we did around our head, make sure that the chain is the length. So to do the chain, hold your yarn, hold the tension here. You want to do this fairly loose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 55 chain. Okay, so insert your crochet hook into the first chain. So let's pick up our crochet yarn and yarn over and pull through 2. So both of them. There we go. Just let your little tail dangle and that joins. And now what we want to do is chain 1. And we want to do a single crochet all the way across till we get to the end. So to do a single crochet, find your first chain, which is right here. Insert your crochet hook, yarn over. Okay, I like to, if you look at here, you'll see there's 2, looks like this. I don't want to go over 2 because that creates only 1 at the bottom. I just want to go through the top. So yarn over, pull through, 2 on, yarn over, pull through, 2. That's a single crochet. So we go into the next one, yarn over, pull through, 2 on, yarn over, pull through, 2. And that's a single crochet. So keep doing that till we get the end, around to the other side. I'm almost around, so at this point I want to make sure it's all straight. So this is the tail should always be at the bottom, and just run your finger and make sure that it's all straight. So it should look like that. So now if you need to untwist it, you can untwist it, but I'm good like this, and I'm just gonna finish up. And there's one more right there. And now this would be our chain 1, because you can tell this is where our tail is and this is where we chain. And we're just going to go to the top, which is right there. Insert a crochet hook and slip stitch to join. For row 2, we want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put on our first stitch just so we don't get confused. So our first stitch is going to be a double crochet again into the V. So if you look at the top, you will see there's a V. This one, there is no V because this first stitch occupied by our chain 3. So our double crochet is going to go into the first V. To do a double crochet, yarn over, insert your crochet hook under the V, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. So keep doing that. So yarn over into the next V, just under the next V, yarn over, pull through, 3 on, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Stitch. Let's pull out our yarn and take this and try it on your head. Because at this stage, if this is too small or too big, start over again with less stitches or more. Try it on and make sure it fits. Reinsert your crochet hook. So keep doing that under each V all the way around. come to in a row, and I have to slip stitch to join. So this is what we did: 1, 2, 3. We chained 3. So right there at the very top, see the little V? This is where I want to insert my crochet hook and slip stitch to join. Okay, so now we're going to do a row of single crochet. So let's just chain 1 and just carry on and do 1 row of single crochet till we get all the way around. So I've come around, I have 1 more slip stitch to join, so I'm going to go in here and just slip stitch to join. Now it comes time to change our yarn. So we do not cut this yarn. We're not going to be cutting any yarn at all until we're done. So we're just going to let it go, and we're going to pick up our yellow. So we have to join it first. So to join it, we're just going to go a little pinch an eye right there. So we leave our tail loose and it's pinching an eye. And insert a crochet hook into the eye and pull. Okay, so now tighten everything. Tighten your orange one, tighten your gold color, and I'll pick up the new yarn. And what I like to do to secure it, because it's brand new, I like to hold the tail end and the proper yarn, and I take both of them through the loop. So there, that secures it super tight. Chain 3. So now we're going to do double crochet into the next 4, because this one counts as 5. So this, our chain 3 is 1. So we go under the V and do our double crochet. And that'll be 2 double crochets. That's my 3rd one. That's my 4th one. And that's my 5th one. So what happens on the 5th is we chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want my chain fairly firm. Now we're going to attach. So now you take your loop and you want to connect it right here at the base of your double crochet. So if you look at this, it's coming out. This is your V right there. This is where this is coming up. So on top of where this is coming out, and then just the base right there, which is on below. So this is where you want to do your slip stitch to join. And then always pull it tight. And let's do 5 more double crochet into the next V's now. Was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's my 5th one, and now we chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to connect to the bottom. If it's tight, just work it in. And carry on till the end of the row. And now we're going to slip stitch to join, and again we join always on top of our chain 3. So if you look at here, chain 3, the top is right there. So we slip stitch to join. And now how easy it is. All we do is we look for orange yarn, which is right here, and we pick up our orange yarn, because we don't cut anything, we just pick up. Loop on your orange yarn, and now we single crochet all along here. Remember, the loops are going to be on the outside. Our yarn is always carried in the back. Okay, so we do our single crochet. So let's start by chaining 1, because now we're going to do a single crochet till we get to the loops. when you get to the loops, what you want to do is you want to bend them this way, because this is the outside, this is where we're going to carry the yarn, so this will be the inside, right? So we want the loops on the outside, so simply bend them inside, and remember you got to do one here. So this is our 5th one, and then we have to do one at the end, and this is now starting again, 1. So keep going till you get to the end of the row. And I've come around, so my last one I did right here, I'm just going to go behind it and put a single crochet in, just because they'll give me the correct count. Now I'm going to slip stitch to join on top of here, so that's our chain 1 there. So on top of right there, as you can see, there's the V, so there I'm going to slip stitch to join. So to build this hat is a combination of this row and this row. So pick up your gold yarn and hook on, and repeat rows 1 and 2, 4 rows of gold and 4 rows of orange. As you can see, I did 5 rows only because I'm making an extra large, but you do 4 rows of each, please. Now we'll begin 4 rows of reducing. We reduce on the yellow only, and orange remains the same. And now, because this is a square going up, this actually goes to the top of my head. We kind of want to reduce it a little bit. So we're going to reduce it how we've been doing 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, we put our loop in. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. On the 4th one, we're going to do a loop in all the way around. So I'll just show you how to do that. Let's pick up our gold color and let's chain 3. So first one is a loop on. We don't count, and we'll just pull the orange like we've been doing. Pull both so it's tight. So 1, 2, 3. I pull the orange again so it's nice and tight. So as you can see, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one will be here. So what we want to do is reduce that, because this one counts as 1 on the top row. So this will be 1. Yarn over, go into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, but we're not going to finish this one because we're reducing. That's how we reduce. So now we're going to go into our 3rd one. Okay, so let's yarn over, go into the 3rd one and do like half a double crochet like we did before. So now we have 3 on. Now we yarn over and we pull all 3, and into this one we're going to do our 10 again like we've been doing before. So let's do our double crochet and let's chain 10. 1, just join them. And repeat all the way around. Come around, this was my last loop, just right about this one. Just gonna slip stitch to join. Okay, so I finished my row, and now the next row, the orange one, is normal. Just do 1 single crochet under every V. Okay, so now you hooked up your orange, and so it's you hook it on and you chain 1, and now we're gonna single crochet all the way around. Slip stitch to join and repeat. So I finished my line of orange, so I'm going to carry on now and do 1 chain 3, so that counts as 1. Then the next one we're going to do a double crochet but not finish it, and then the following one we're going to do a double crochet but not finish it. You have 3 on, yarn over, pull through 2, so now we further reduced. Okay, so the next one we have arrived is this one here, right above our thing. So we do our normal double crochet and then follow by chain 10 and connect. Okay, so this will be a repeating pattern. So we reduced the following row. Remember we had 5, we reduced by 1, so we should only have 4 here. Okay, so right after we do our loop, we do 1 double crochet, followed by the reduce. So on the second one we do only half a double crochet, and then we go into the third one and we do half a double crochet, yarn over and pull over all 3, and that reduced it. So now we arrive back at here, and this is where we do a normal double crochet and chain 10 and connect. So keep doing this all the way around. When you come around, slip stitch to join. I'm going to pick up my orange, and now let's do a round of orange. Chain 1, and off we go into our single crochets. So when you come around, slip stitch to join right in here. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my yellow now, and first we hook it on, and now we tighten everything. It's always tightening. And chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we chain 3, and let's do our double crochet into the first one, but not finishing at it, into the second one, but not finishing it, and now finishing it, and then we do in here, oops, I forgot to yarn over. Let's do our double crochet above our little frilly, and we do our chain 10 here. And so this will be now your repeating pattern. Once you do your loop, here's your loop, which we just did, you're simply going to double crochet into your first one, to 1, and then into our second one, and finish it halfway, and then pull all 3. So we've reduced it. Okay, and now here is, again, we're going to put in our double crochet and chain 10. So we are reducing this to 3. So keep doing this all the way around. When you get around, slip stitch to join. Just right there. Okay, and that completes that row. Okay, so do your single crochet all the way around. Orange. Basically you should have 1 behind and 1 in front that you're doing. And I've come around, I'm just going to slip stitch to join. There we go, and pick up my yellow, and this will be our last yellow that we're doing. So let's loop it on and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's start by picking up. We're going to go in here because we want it nice and tight at the top, half a double, and going here, doing our half, and now we're going to finish it. Okay, so now for the remaining around, how you're going to do it, you'll see that there's 2 of these loops and there's 1 space in between. So we could do our double crochet, but we stop ourselves. We've been doing it just halfway, and then we go into the one on top and doing our double crochet halfway, 3 loops on, and yarning over and pulling through all. So it's reducing it. So keep doing that all the way around. Slip stitch to join. So finding on top of that chain, there it is. And that completes this row. And now we can get rid of the yellow, now we can get rid of the gold color. So we can just cut it, but always give it a tail because we need it for weaving in. Okay, and to fasten the gold color off, we're going to yarn over and pull through and just pull the tail right through. And that, and I'm just going to feed it into our hat. So now it comes time we got to deal with these little frilly things. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So you're going to start by taking the second one and feeding it into the first, and you pull it. Now you take this one and you feed it into this one and you pull it. And you take this one and you feed it into this one and pull. Take this one, feed it into this one, pull. This one, feed it into this one, pull, and this one to this one and pull, and one more at the top, feed it into this one and pull. Okay, so you need to do this for all of them. You can also use your crochet hook. Gonna pick up my yarn. I'm gonna go in here and yarn over and pull through to hook it on. Now I'm gonna chain one. Okay, so now comes the part where we have to take these and fasten them. So if you look at here, you will see that they each have their own little chain, and we're gonna have to just take our time and fasten it. So I'm gonna single crochet. I'm gonna go in here and into under the chain here. I'm gonna yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through. So that fastens them at the top. Okay, so you have to do this for each one. Okay, so the next one goes to this chain here. So just like a single crochet, but you're including this guy. So just pretend he doesn't exist. You hook this guy on, now you do your single crochet. Okay, next guy. Hold him up. There he is. Hook him on, and there's our next space right there, our next stitch. We do our single crochet. And the next one we hold up. There he is. So basically it's one stitch per each loop. Then I'm slip stitching to join. Okay, so chain one, and let's just pull one. So what I want to do is I want to turn it inside out and work from here. Now, if you have your spool, obviously you're not going to be able to fit it there. So I suggest you take about 3 feet or so and then cut your yarn. So just to make it smaller, give it a nice because you're going to be going twice around, so make sure you have enough. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to turn my hat inside out. And I'm just going to pull everything through. There we go. Now, pick up our yarn. All right, so we want to tighten this, and we're just going to be single crocheting and reducing by 1 each stitch. We're going to make everything super tight. Insert, pull through, and reduce. Next one, insert, pull through, insert, pull through, and tighten. The next one, insert, come around. This is one's nice to have a guideline to this yellow one so you can see. Here we are. Okay, there's our chain. So I'm just gonna insert, pull through, and then slip stitch to join. Here's my slip stitch. There it is on top of it. Slip stitch to join like that. Okay, so now you can see it's a very small little space, and it's really hard for us to do one more row, so it's easier just to slip stitch to join everything. So into this one we're gonna go and slip stitch to join, and into the following one we're gonna go to slip stitch to join. There, and that brings us around. And now we're gonna cut our yarn. And yarn over, pull through, and tighten. Okay, so now that we're already on this side, we should just weave in these ends. Right? And just go over some of these and just kind of weave in your yarn so it goes around. And I'm going to go on this side, take it through. Now if you got a smaller crochet, please, this is so much easier if you have a smaller crochet and you do this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going around the head so it creates an even nice and tighter bond to close. Okay, once you're kind of all the way around weaving in, you just go down a bit like that, and I'm just gonna pull a little bit and cut. Now go ahead and do this for the yellow, the same thing. Just gonna go, because you don't want to go through this because you don't want it to show on the outside, right? So when you're doing your yellow, just only on the inside tubes do you weave in one this way. Yeah, and then just pull and cut, and then I think we have one more here to do and one more here to do. So this one you do the same thing, and on this one, because we're on the outside, what we want to do is go along the chain, take it a few along the chain. That looks nice. Okay, this way. And then we're going to take it up to this line. So, and that's just part of weaving things in, right? So you always want to secure it, make sure that it's not going to come undone. You don't have to cut really tight. You can leave a little bit of a tail. So, and then just this one that we're going to do. And we are done.